Good morning, good afternoon, and God bless you guys. My name is Ryder Rivera, and today I want to talk to you about mastering your paintbrush. Before we get into it, this is another part of a series that I have on my channel called The Creative Process, where I go into many different tips, tricks, advice, feedback, anything in between those things that involves us going from beginner to intermediate to advanced within our creative process, our creative mindset. So let's get into this video. What is your paintbrush? What do you use to create the art that you create? Now, of course, we are expressing our sense of self when it comes to creating the art that we create, when we create the things that we create. But what is the tool in which you use to create said thing? Is it a pencil? Is it a paintbrush? Is it a software? Is it an editing software, a beat making software, a movie making software, any sort of those things? What are you using to make the thing happen? Now, why in the world is it so important that you get better with your brush? Because, in a sense, it's never about the idea that we have up here. It's about our execution of said idea. How well we can take this beautiful, magnificent idea that we have in our minds, in our hearts even, and being able to lay that out on a canvas in a simplistic, digestible way for whoever's consuming it. If, of course, that is why you're creating the art in the first place. Now, if it's for somebody else, then it's for what I just listed beforehand. But if it's for you, and just for the sake of making something, it still follows through with the fact that you have to get better with your brush to output and execute upon the idea that you have that is up here. Again, whether it's for yourself or whether it's for the world, you have to get better with your brush. In my opinion, it actually has nothing to do with the idea that you have for how good a piece is. It has more to do with how good you are with the pencil that you're using than the actual idea itself. When it comes to drawing, you can turn a beginner level stick figure into something absolutely magnificent just by learning other techniques such as shading or adding motion or adding color or color palettes and color theory and textures and patterns and all these different areas within drawing that brings your drawings to the next level. It's a lot less about the idea itself, but more so how you execute upon that idea, as I was explaining before. When it comes to making music, at the beginning of me making music, I had all sorts of ideas of how I could lay down just the coolest, most amazing track that anybody has ever heard in their life. But the problem was when I got started, I couldn't execute upon that. I didn't even know how to lay down a drum pattern. I didn't know how to lay down a guitar track. I didn't know how to layer everything properly. And my God, when I got to mixing, I wanted to throw my computer out the window. I hated mixing when I first started making music. Now, since then, about like 2 years ago, crossing over that bridge, it's gotten much easier and it's actually my favorite part of the process. I love taking all the instruments, all the elements that I have in a project and being able to throw them together so that they're able to mix cohesively. I love that part of the process. And I'm sure that you may be able to relate within whichever area that you are creating in. So you got to learn how to master your brush. You got to learn how to master your brush. Now, you may be able to buy your way into getting better programs or getting better pencils or getting better quality X, Y, and Z. But I have to ask you the question. If we put a $1 pencil in the hands of a professional, they'd be able to come up with the most amazing artworks. And if you put a $1,000 pencil in front of an absolute novice, what they would be able to come out with would be unfortunately abysmal. It wouldn't look that great. So that's the proof of what I'm talking about. It has nothing to do with the idea itself. It's how well you can actually execute upon the idea. So, stop worrying so much about the idea itself and more so about the pencil that we're using to create said idea. Next time you go to write, how about we, involving my last video, if you haven't watched that, definitely go watch that. Get used to just putting in the reps so that you can get better at executing. Your execution upon the idea is worth a lot more than having a perfect idea. Remember that. I believe that's everything that I have for this video. It's very simple, and if you have any thoughts about mastering your brush and this idea that using your tools and getting better at your tools is much more important than the idea themselves, if you have any thoughts about that, put that in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, watch the video that I made before this called The Art of Repetition, which is kind of like a prequel to this video, so it'd probably be very helpful to you if you watched that video before this one. But if you did enjoy this one as well, definitely go check that one out and subscribe so that you may be able to see more videos like this. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. God bless you guys, and have a good one. Bye.